What is up, everybody? This is Natedaman here, and today we are here with, this is technically my Christmas special. I didn't want to do just a regular gaming video for this, but I decided that I was going to do something that I found highly amusing, and just do what Google reviews, because some of these things are just absolute gold. Now, I was looking around for best restaurants in New York because, well, I assume it'd have the best restaurants in America because it's the biggest city in America. I found this place called Bernardin, which is some sort of French restaurant. So I thought it would be amusing to take a look at some of this. So, is not at the right temperature, even cold and not hot enough. For someone with a 3 Michelin stars, that does not seem appropriate. First 3 waiters were indifferent and don't see you when they are talking. They even forgot the birthday cake. Do you really think this kind of restaurant's going to offer you birthday cake? Do you really think that? Last 2 waiters are so nice, but it's too late. Alright then. Picky. How in the world did this restaurant get its 3rd macaroon? I'm assuming he means Michelin star here. The appetizer has some specks of dust, which I mistaken for finely woven salt of some sorts. How do you mistake salt for dust? Dust has like a gray A. Salt is easier to spot because it's all like white. The main entree of lamb tasted like normal high quality lamb chops with a touch of lemon and some salt. I mean, it sounds pretty good to me. I could have made that myself. Then why'd you go here? The only thing it did right is that it was cooked right. Alright. Was this a 3-star dining experience? No. Jay loved the atmosphere here, but the food was 1 star at best. Oh boy. The restaurant itself has amazing food. Alright, we're off to a good start. Although portions are small. Well, yeah, that's to be expected. The entire staff is amazing, from busboy, hostess, chefs, etc. They are all very knowledgeable and professional. I give it 1 star because the lady owner, I'm not even going to try and say it, who is not professional and not a nice person. Why were you interacting with the owner? Oh no. She thinks she's too good for everyone else. She takes the tips of the workers, and that is not cool. How can you confirm this? How can someone who has so much money be so greedy? Well, they want more money, you know. I mean, That's an awful thing. Like, I just don't think she'd do that. You know, like that gets a restaurant shut down. All right, I dined here in December 2019. Oh boy, that seems like forever ago. The food was okay and the service was okay. I would have paid $100 for the meal, but not $300. Really? You pay $100 for them? You would pay $100 for them? $300? I could buy a console for that much money. I think the restaurant runs on hype more than anything. However, in the midst of the COVID-19 breakdown, Chef Eric Rippert is refusing to pay his employees during an unforeseen last-minute closure period. Mr. Rippert has a net worth of $20 million. I would never come back to dine at this establishment, only where the employees get it not even close to what they have deserved and earned. How a restaurant can't just refuse to pay its employees? Like, that's illegal. Like, I don't think that's accurate, but if it is, this was it. You dined there in December 2019, so about when COVID was picking up about 9 months ago. Flavorless, unimaginative, boring food. No creativity, no surprise. No great taste or texture. Even presentation is lacking. Had crab cake lobster for appetizer, and sea bass and amberjack for main dish. None of 4 dishes would be anything I would ever repeat. And I love seafood. I mean, I hope so. You're living in New York City. Service was okay as expected. Dessert was not bad, especially hazelnut. But then then open a bakery and not a restaurant. Alright, yeah, that's fair. Like, all your food is bad! Rah! Like, there's a billion other restaurants in New York. Like, just look around it, and you can see all these fork and knives. Those are all food. Except that one. That one doesn't count. Alright, food is good. Bit too much when you're doing the taste menu. Alright. But the worst thing is how pretentious this place is. I came to this restaurant for a corporate event. Why? I was well dressed, wearing a designer suit and leather shoes. Ooh, fancy. Hey, the place was really hot, even though it was winter. They just have a good heating system. Calm down. I was sweating and took off my jacket. A waiter came a few minutes later and told me that the manager asked you to put on your jacket. What? Why? It was very embarrassing, and I considered leaving the place right then. I decided against that because I didn't want to make a scene and ruin my colleague's dinner. Anyways, I'll never go to that place again. Well, that's just kind of bizarre. You're complaining about the restaurant having a good heating system. My apologies. This past summer, me and my friends stayed in New York for a whole week. Outside of shopping, we had many different restaurants. I mean, I'd hope so. You're in New York. You know? We found this restaurant. This restaurant was very lovely when we walked in, and we were greeted immediately, and the wait time was under a minute. For this kind of restaurant? Really? And what seated, the tables was lovely, and gave off this romantic Paris setting. I mean, I hope so. It's a French restaurant. The perfect place for couples to eat if they ever visit New York. Our waitress was very pleasant and nice, and she got us our drinks out right away and checked on us often throughout our visit. The food was very delicious. Anyone that goes, I recommend the lobster and scallops, though a bit pricey, was well worth. Wait, why is it this 1 star? Hold on, I'm confused. These cocktail drinks were also very good and not watered down. I would definitely recommend this place to anyone going to New York on my next trip. I'll be dining in this restaurant again and give this place 5 stars. You gave it 1 star! You had nothing but compliments, and you gave it 1 star. I think she just misclicked, to be honest. Alright. Oh, we got an essay here. My husband and I opted for the 7-course lunch. 7 courses? Oh my! Ugh, that's scary. The experience was hollow and pretentious. The food was mediocre, especially for the price tag. Welcome to fine dining. I'm sure they use quality ingredients and know the perfect temperature to cook fish. I mean, the best way to cook fish is raw and cold, because, well, raw fish is better than cooked fish, in my opinion. But the flavors were uninspired and courses monotonous. I left the restaurant feeling sad. I felt like I was deprived of the experience they promised, and the 3 Michelin stars endorsed. I always felt like the restaurant couldn't care less about its food or presentation. No noticeable effort went into plating, or even the plates themselves. Are you expecting them to have china? Like, what? At one point, one of the entrees tipped over while being served, ruining the plating. Oh yeah. The server then placed the very same dish with terrible plating in front of my husband. Oh god. Did she scrape it off the floor? I don't know. For a restaurant which is overly concerned about keeping up appearances, they failed spectacularly when held to their own standards. Lastly, shout out to I think that's the wine person. The wine pairings were excellent. Apart from that, I was left disappointed and underwhelmed. Oh boy! These people are just ripping into this restaurant. Seafood isn't fresh. Do a better job of keeping the stink out of the city of the restaurant. Maybe the food will be better. How is the fish not fresh when there's literally a bay right here? You are in driving distance to the Atlantic Ocean, you know? That's just kind of ridiculous. This was by far the worst experience we had. I made a reservation at least a month in advance to celebrate my wife's birthday. Couple of days prior, I get a couple of missed calls from a restaurant that they did not recognize. They ended up canceling our reservation an hour prior to arrival. You ruined our evening. Horrible policy. Take a credit card as a guarantee at the time of reservation instead. Never coming in, will never recommend again. It would be good if it came with food. It's a restaurant. It doesn't come with food. You order the food that they then bring to you. Is there an admittance fee? I don't think that's really a thing. They misled us before by calling the dish we ordered Kobe beef, when it turns out it's just less expensive Wagyu. Scam us. Well, Kobe is a subsidy of Wagyu. Oh. So, like, it's still not that bad, but I do see why you could get mad. It could just be bad Kobe. That's entirely possible. Alright. When I first entered this establishment, I smelled the most horrid rancid smell. This is the second smell issue. It was a smell of rotting fish. Another seafood. Rotting fish is just one of the worst things in the world. I choked and gasped, but sat down on the ugly decorated seating arrangement. The food was too mushy, not even close to perfection. I'm disappointed. All in all, I never want to see this terrible restaurant ever again. Alright, that's fair. The most disappointing meal I've ever eaten. We ordered the 8-course. There's 8 courses now? Like earlier we had 7, now there's 8? Oh, my stomach. The first 3 courses were excellent. Caviar, lobster, and sushi. Alright, that seems like a pretty good start. The next 2 were abysmal. The salmon was bland and tasteless. That's just salmon for you. It was Scottish salmon. No, you can't just be dissing Scottish salmon like that. It's probably no better than American salmon, though. I asked the waiter why they did not use more flavorful coho or another kind of fish, or king salmon from Alaska or Washington, and he explained that there was a problem getting good salmon, but the chef was using Scottish salmon to keep it on the menu. Okay. The next course was halibut, which was dense, flat, bland, and awful. I never actually had the halibut before that I can remember. I mean, I've heard it's good, but I could be wrong. One would expect some wonderful wine pairings in a French restaurant. I mean, I certainly would, if I drank wine, that is. But they served unremarkable and almost undrinkable wines from Santa Cruz in California. Oh no, that's terrible. The servers and what is that word? Kept changing throughout the meal, and it felt so cold and impersonal. If you want a good meal, I suggest you go to Daniel or Gotham or Maria. That's how Maria? I don't know. Well, we also ate, and each was excellent. This restaurant does not deserve high ratings, and based on our meal, does not even deserve to be on the same list as the others. It literally spoiled our last evening in New York. Oh man, that honestly sucks. New York's such a beautiful city. Like, I loved it when I went there. Poor training in royal style gastronomy. Horrible mediqueets. What? I can't speak French. I probably should be able to. Oh boy, I think we got a fellow culinary arts professional. As a culinary arts professional, I followed and admired Chef Eric Rippert for years. Again with Mr. Eric over here. Before finally having the opportunity to dine at this restaurant. My husband and I saved for our honeymoon to be able to enjoy this experience, and sadly I've never had a more disappointing meal. I placed my trust in the Michelin star system, and in return I had an unextraordinary, I don't think that's how I spell extraordinary, but okay, from overcooked, tough, flavorless lobster. How do you get a lobster that's flavorless? Like, if you put butter on lobster, it has a ton of flavor just by that. To the expired escolar. The entire meal was escargot. Okay. Hey. The entire meal was a disaster. I'm 26 years old and had to pinch my pennies for this experience. Yeah, I can see it. You're a 26-year-old in New York. New York's expensive. The meal cost me $700. For lobster and escargot, really? $700? I was prepared to pay that amount, but to have my mind blown, but not to have my culinary spirit shattered. I'd be pretty mad at that too, you know? Most nastiest place to eat from. The food is made with a lot of unhygienic ways, and soups are left in the open where people drop their sweat and whatever dust is in the air from sweeping, and it's never covered. I've seen workers pick their nose and cut up bread afterwards. No, please, no. I also have seen disgusting things done to the food behind the scenes. Better off cooking your own meal than eat from a place like this. Ugh, that's so unhygienic. It makes my skin crawl. Awesome, give it 1 star. That makes sense. Pathetic experience. That's fun. Ooh, we got some pictures. Never eaten so bad Samsung. Service meals are really super general. I don't think Google got that one right. I don't think Samsung has a service meal. Like, I think Google Translate's kind of faltering on that one. I give a star because of the lady owner. How can she be so greedy? Nice restaurant friendly staff. Oh, we got a few nothings here. Alright. Alright, we have reached pretty much the end of the 1-star reviews. So, I enjoyed making this video. So leave a like down below if you enjoyed. Comment, like, subscribe. You know the whole deal. I mean, just some of these things these people say are just awful. Like for a 3 Michelin star restaurant, that's unacceptable. But I hope you have a happy Christmas. Go spend time with your family. I mean, the ones you live with. You shouldn't be traveling places, but that's for you to decide. See you next video. Bye.